guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be taking place in my closet, as you can tell. The other day I was in here straightening up, and there was actually a few things that I realized that I was missing from my closet, and so I decided to make a video telling exactly what I use to organize my closet. I do have a small space. This is literally it, with the exception of behind this door, and actually all of my stuff is not even in here because it's such a small space. But I think I've done a really good job with optimizing the space and using the vertical space. We're going to get into all of that in a few minutes. But guys, if you are interested in seeing what's in my closet and the hacks and tricks that I use for a small closet, just keep watching and everything will be linked in the description box below. Without further rambling, let's get into it. Now, unfortunately, I cannot have a full view of my closet because of the shape of it and because of how small it is. So you will have to work with me. But the number one thing that I've found that really works in a small closet is the organized system. This is the Closet Made, and I got it from Lowe's. This is actually the second Closet Made system that I've purchased, like, in my whole life, because whenever we lived in the Alabama house, I bought the exact same system and I loved it so much then. That's why I decided to go ahead and get it for this closet as well. I will link a video because I did do like a makeover, a closet makeover, the before and after. I'll link it below if you're interested in watching that. But today's video is all about organization and what I use in a small space to give me the most storage space for what I have to work with, basically. So like I said, this is a storage system that I did have to put together, and I had to kind of like break out the measuring tape, and I had to see what was going to fit where, and I had to do all of that. But this really, it was all straight here and then back here, and that's all it was. There was no shelf system. Here I have some shelves and some drawers down here that you can't see, but I will show you in a minute. And then I've got some shelves over here that are actually pretty deep, and they go pretty far in there, like they go all the way to the wall, basically. And so I think one thing that would help you in a small space is definitely taking advantage of a storage organization system. This has been a game changer. Even before I got this, earlier I had mentioned that all of my stuff is not in here. My stuff, it still didn't all fit in here, and it's all of my jackets. They're in another closet, in another room in the house. There was literally no space in here for my jackets with the system or without the system. So that's kind of the thing there. But I highly recommend some type of organization system for a small closet. Like I mentioned, I did try to use as much of the vertical space as I possibly could. And I'm going to tilt you up here. So all of these are bags. Yes, they are kind of on display, but they're also doubling up as storage. They have random things, beanies, scarves, gloves, seasonal type stuff that is in each of these. And so I'm using that space as well. And if you'll see right over here where this little purple bag is, I actually have two of these. There's another one right over here. It's just a really hard angle, so I can't really show you. But those are actually bag holders, and I think that they are really great to lift up the bag up off of the counter space so that other things can fit underneath it. And I'll show you right over here. Like I said, it is very difficult to get all of the correct angles in here, but there is one right here as well that's holding up that bag. And I love using these little bag holders. Now, I don't only love using the bag holders for space, but I do think that they are also aesthetic, and they make your closet look nicer and neater, and it really kind of helps give it that department store feel slash vibe, kind of what I like to go for. I love to be able to display my items, my shoes and bags. I'm a collector. I am a true fashion lover at my core, and I just love being able to display things, and the bag holders are amazing at pulling that off. Now, another thing that I do really enjoy having in my closet space are command strips. If you'll notice my hats back here, these guys are all on command strips. I have several hats along this back wall, and then I have several right here, and they're all on command strips. And actually there's command strips on the back of this closet door as well, just to have extra hanging space. Do not underestimate the power of a command strip. They really do come in handy when you need them. Whenever we first moved into this house, my hats literally sat on the floor in my bedroom for months before I was like, I'm gonna get some command strips. Kind of like it was like a, like, oh, why didn't I think of that before now? So yeah, that's what is holding up my hat wall. It is all command strips. Now moving on to shoes. Over here, I actually have these little shoe shapers, I guess is what you would call them, for all of my strappy heels and sandals. I have several of them. And they're clear, they're acrylic, they look really nice in your closet. It kind of helps hold the structure of your shoes, and I think that it just really elevates the closet and the whole space. That's actually what kind of inspired this video. Pause. You would have seen these in my PR haul last month that I purchased for Barbiecore, and I actually don't have any more of the little acrylic things, and that's kind of what inspired this whole video, was these shoes right here, because you see how floppy that looks compared to one that has more structure, and it just looks so much nicer. And and so this right here is literally what kind of inspired this whole video. And yeah, so I've definitely got to get some more. Now, while I still kind of got you in this area, I did want to mention, I'm going to move these guys out of the way. These little risers right here, I'm actually going to pull this out so you can get a closer look. These little risers come in a set of 2, and it's like 2 different sizes. So this is the taller one. You can use this to store stuff underneath it. Like I had this little clutch underneath here, so it was like in a little display case, but then I could still put something on top of it like this, or you could have something underneath it and then a shoe or a bag or perfume or any type of jewelry or anything that you wanted to set on top of it to optimize that extra space. And I'm so sorry I keep saying optimize. I'm just now realizing I've said that probably 10 times. Now, staying in this area, like I mentioned earlier, these shelves go all the way to the back of the wall in that back corner to help my closet not look cluttered, because there's actually stuff like shoes all the way down. It's just like crammed with shoes, but you can't tell because I use my shoe boxes, like my nicer shoe boxes. I have them so that they're kind of blocking. But if you were to see what's behind all of these boxes in this back corner, you would be shocked, because there's like shoes galore from top to bottom, and that's the only thing that's in there. Now, I know we're talking a lot about shoes, but then again, we are in a closet and I am a shoe fanatic. But I do have one of these hanging wall racks. They don't necessarily look the best. They're not like super aesthetic, but they definitely give the extra storage space that you need, especially in a small closet. This holds, what, 3? This holds 18 pairs of shoes, and I kind of have them categorized in a semi kind of way. I've started with sandals, and then I've got into strappy heels, and then loafers, and then my running shoes are down here at the bottom. Oh, looks like I'm missing a pair. But yeah, this guy comes in handy, and if you don't have as many shoes as me, you may not need this extra storage, but I've probably got well over 300 pair of shoes in this closet. It's kind of ridiculous now that I think about it, but I do wear them all. I just don't wear them all the time, but I do wear them. So, but yeah, this guy is great to have, and I think there is one more shoe thing that we need to talk about that's behind you. And that is the boot shapers that I have right here. These guys right here help keep your tall boots. It helps them hold their shape. These guys are great. I've been using them for years, and they just make your closet look so much better. You can have them all lined up without them flopping over. These guys are really great for organization. They help keep your boots in line and in order and not looking so messy. And I don't know, it just makes your closet look so much nicer. I've moved again, but that's because I want to talk about this stool. I got this in the mail a couple of weeks ago, and I put it straight in my closet as soon as it came in. I did have to put it together, but it is 2-tier. You can't even see that right now. It is 2-tier, so I'm able to reach all the way to the top of my closet. I still can't reach all the way to the back of the top of the closet, but I can definitely get up to the top shelf without having to ask for Steven's help or having to get a bar stool, which is probably not the safest route. But this guy comes in handy, and I think it comes in white and black. And so I think that one thing that you really need in your closet is a stool of some kind. And this has proven to be a great option. This also can be transitioned into where this will slide under here if you need more of your floor space, or you need a step stool to not take up so much floor space. But I really love the fact that I'm able to have a tall step stool so that I can reach to the top of my closet. That's it for today's video, y'all. I hope that you enjoyed it. I know it was kind of all over the place, and it was really difficult for me to get into these small spaces to show you, and I hope that my point came across smoothly. And if you have any closet solutions that I didn't mention today, please drop them in the comment box, and then let me know about them so that I can check them out, because I may want to implement them in my closet. And that is it for today, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!